Hi, I'm Len Farnath. Welcome to my video. Thank you for coming in and watching. Today I'm going to show you a system that I put together that's for placing ads on classified ad sites like Craigslist and several sites like that. If you place ads on Craigslist or any of the classified ad sites that are out there, you probably run into what I've run into, which is especially on Craigslist, you have a certain limited number of ads you can place over a given period of time. And I know I like to place a lot of ads, but what happens is I'll place some ads. Next thing I know is I'll get that little block out notice that says, okay, you know, you're getting over your quota, because from what I can tell with Craigslist, you've got the ability to place 3 ads in a 48-hour period for services, which is what I advertise under, since I'm doing websites and all that. And once you get beyond 3 ads, then they start to trip out. So something I decided I needed is kind of like a classified management system. I mean, this started out as a system I was writing specifically for using Craigslist, and then I came to find out that there's a lot of other sites out there. So let me get into explaining what I've come across here. What I've done is I've made, and this is kind of ugly right now, I'm going to add some style to it, but I just got really so excited about this after I started using it. This is my web interface for placing an ad, and I'm going to explain that to you in a second. But basically what it does, and here's how it works. I've opened another window. I'm going to save you all the typing and all that. Basically, I've typed in an ad that I've typed in for a specific ad account that I have on a classified site. And once I've typed in the ad type, the ad name, the body of the ad, and then like a little note to myself about it, then I just go down to the bottom and I hit create this page now, and I'll take you back to exactly how I got there. You start out at admin home and walk through a page or two, and then it's got all of your accounts. To create a new account, all you do is you just click that one button right there. You call the account something like, say, Craigslist or backend or whatever it is. Then you put the email address that your account, typically almost all of them, you log in through an email. Then you can put a little description here if you want. You can put your password or whatever. This is a secure system. Basically, you have to log in order to get it. How this is going to work is it's going to be a website, but it's not a public website. It's a login website. The reason being, I use MySQL and PHP to do all of the coding in, and I wanted this site to be something that's portable, that pretty much I can take with me wherever I go to. That way, if I want to use my laptop, if I'm on the road or something and I decide, hey, probably ought to get an ad in. One of the things about ads is you can save your ads in like a notepad like I have, but the problem with saving your ads in Notepad, that's Notepad++, that's where I do my coding. I got the wrong notepad. The problem with saving them in Notepad is if you don't have them on the exact same computer that you're working on, you've got all of these different ads that I have that I was running, and you still, you can't manage, time-wise, you can't really manage what's going on. Now, what I've made here with this system is a system that you can manage all of your ads, and I just wrote that one on Backpage right here. You can see I haven't visited it yet. So we'll go to this and I'll show you how this actually works. Basically, with Craigslist, you have a certain amount of ads you can place in a certain given amount of time. I haven't placed this ad yet here, so some of this really doesn't apply, but it says you have 3 active ads. That's how many ads I have on Backpage right now. And I've set my settings to 3 ads every 48 hours. Now these you can change around. You can change from hours to days or whatever. I'll go to another one real quick and show you Oodle Marketplace, for example. I've got 2 active ads. I can place 1 more ad because I've set it for 3. I could set it for 1,000 if I wanted to. Basically, when I first set this up, it was set up for Craigslist. It says this last ad was run at 22:01 on Tuesday, the 17th of January, 2012, and which was 0.24 days ago, and my account is set up for 3 ads every 30 days. So what this system does is it tells me how many active ads I have within the given time frame that I've set. This is really useful for Craigslist because I know I can set 3 ads within a 48-hour period, and if I exceed that, then I'm done. Not only that, with Craigslist, if you try and run the same ad and it's remarkably similar to another ad, they'll tell you, oh, this looks just like another ad, and Craigslist people don't like to see the same ad twice. Okay, so what this does is it says that I posted this particular ad a certain time ago, and it gives me the amount of time. It also tells me how many times I've used this one same ad, because I can reuse my ads over and over and over again, which is the beauty of this system that I've written. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that one that I wrote. Let me close out this additional window here. I'm going to take the one that I wrote for Backpage, and I'm going to go to that one again. This is where we started. So what I've done here now is I've made links to all the accounts. You can set up accounts on different things, and I've linked to the accounts, and this link right here is taking me to Monterey, California. I think I want to try like New York, New Jersey, or something like that. Let's see, choose a, oh, that's California. Florida, Georgia. Oh, that's kind of weird. I guess they're not as big as Craigslist. They're pretty much a Craigslist clone. So I'll go with District of Columbia. And then I'm going to go with Computer Services right here. If it'll load. Okay. I can see that there's really not a lot of competition in Computer Services. Well, I'm still in Monterey. That's kind of weird. Okay. Let me figure out how to get out of Monterey. Go back to, okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. Go back to the home page, and I'm looking for let's go with Central Jersey. Why not? And then we'll go with computer again. And right now my connections. Computer forms. I'm seeing 4 ads here, so I'm going to go ahead and place my ad right there where it says post an ad. Go for Central Jersey. And now it has where I put my title and all that. So I'm going to go back to my ad manager program, and down here I've got my title. Great web design takes hard work, know-how, and skill, blah blah blah. I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it in here. So I paste that. Then I go back over here, and I copy the body of my ad, and go back over here and paste it in. And I could add some stuff, but I'm not, just for the sake of keeping this kind of short. Anyway, what's really cool about this system is it nags you. And if you're like me, you know, you can go, well, I don't really want to do this, and, you know, I don't know exactly how long it's been. Let me give it a day or so. This thing tells you exactly how long it is between postings. You know, it tracks your postings. It tells you how many active postings you have, given, you know, that you put in the parameter of how long you want to consider something active. Like one of the sites that I use considers it an active listing for 30 days. After 30 days it'll expire the listing. So let me put this long. And all of the sites have this. The only thing, you can't really have automatic, you know, where it automatically goes in and puts in the, what the heck? What happened there? O-R-I-O. Okay. There we go. I think, I hope. We'll see. Anyway, you can't really set it up automatic because of the simple fact that you have to type in all that crap. You have to answer an email. It's going to send me an email now, and then once I click on that email, that's done. So I'm going to go ahead and rush through that process real quick. I see I got one new email. Oh, there it is. Central Jersey. Great web design, blah de blah. Click on that. And it should tell me that I'm ready to rock and roll. All done. Yeah, you're verified. So now I know that I have a completed ad. I can see my ad right down here, and it says pretty much exactly what I wanted it to say. And if I click on the link in the website, it takes me to my website, which is what I want it to do. And anyway, when I dress it up, it's going to look a lot more like this. It's not going to, you know, put some lipstick on that pig, as they say. So now we go back to the system here, and I've gone ahead and put my ad in. You can see it says I have 3 active ads. You can place 0 more. You know, you can test this out. You know, push it a little bit, push your limits, and then, you know, then you just go back to your account manager for that, and you set it where it said 3 ads, just set it up to 10. Just, you know, set it to as many as you want to. And where was I at? Central Jersey. So we're going to say Central Jersey. Now the reason you put this stuff in here is because although I haven't finished it out yet, I'm going to go ahead and make to where you can rate certain ads and how ads have done, and you can look at your ads on a sheet, and you can see that let's just put a quick note in here. First one of the ad, blah 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 blah. This is the 4th one, so we'll say 4th. You know what, even better still, I can copy this right here and put that in there, and then that way I can use that as a link to get back to it later. It won't all fit probably because I need to reset one setting on that. But anyway, we go back here, we can see that it's 3:49 a.m. on Wednesday, January 18th, 2012, and as you can see down here, it is 3:49. You posted this 0 days ago. Your account is set for 3 ads every 48 hours. I've already exceeded that. I've got 4 ads into this backpage.com, and if you go back to my first one, it's a few hours old. It's about 3 hours old. It's been on there for that. The other beauty of this system here is if you don't have a lot of time on your hands, and you know, you sit down and you decide you want to do something, you gotta love Craigslist. I'm going to show you something here about Craigslist real quick. Go into one of my Craigslist ads here. I've got 2 active ads. I know I can put one more ad on Craigslist, and then I'm going to get shut out until this timer runs down. So I made this ad for Craigslist, and I planned on putting it on there. Now, my link to Craigslist is a fickle beast, so I don't really like to tick them off any. So my link to Craigslist is actually a link to Google with Craigslist in the search. And look what Craigslist has decided to do tonight. They've decided to, ban against SOPA. And, it's a good cause and all that, but there's no Craigslist, and that's why I made this video tonight, is to kind of show you, you can sit down and say, hey, you know what, I want to go ahead and make a nice, strong ad for my website or whatever it is you're going to make the ad for. And you can go online and, there's a reason you can't get to the site for whatever reason. Well, this is what my system is good for, because right now I've got an ad that I want to run on Craigslist, and I'd like to have it in my system. I spent a little bit of time writing it. It's not a long ad or anything like that, but I spent, just a little bit of time writing it. So, how do I make good use of this time if I'm not, let's say I've done all the other stuff I want to do. How can I make good use of this time? I can go ahead and write out a full ad right here, and once I've written this ad and click to create this page, which it's not going to let me create because I haven't put anything in there. Once I click this ad and create this page, this ad sits in my library of ads on my website, on my system, so that I have this library that has all of these different ads in it. Now right now I've only got a few because I just started using this thing myself. And as I started using it, I just started to realize, wow, there's so many more sites than just Craigslist out there. Why just get stuck with being able to do 3 Craigslist ads in a 48-hour period when I can list all these sites? But also the other beautiful thing is you can fill your library with these ads that you make, that you're going to post, and then you can say, hey, I'm going to wait, and I can see that I've run this ad within 0 days. Well, let's say you write 2-3 ads a day for a month. You'll have a library with 90 different ads in it. And given that some of those ads are probably going to be effective, then you can turn around and say, okay, I'm going to keep the effective ones. I'm going to archive the non-effective ones. That way, they're not clogging up my view of the effective ones. And I've got a rating system in here I need to write the pages to. And when I do, you'll be able to decide which ones are effective and which ones aren't. Now, I don't know that I'm going to put this much styling into it, but it's going to look a lot better than it does. It's going to, it's going to be something that's going to be enjoyable and easy to use. But with the whole Craigslist thing on there, I decided, I want to go ahead and demonstrate tonight how, instead of just having an abstract idea of how you can actually decide, hey, now's a good time to sit down and write a few ads for my website, and then, although this is a really great cause and all, you're not getting to Craigslist tonight, period. Nobody is. Nobody's going to get there to read the ads. Nobody's going to get there to write the ads. But Craigslist isn't going to have this up here forever, and hopefully they're successful in stopping SOPA. If you're not familiar with what SOPA is, it's a pretty heavy law that they're going to make that will allow a lot of censorship on the web. I don't want it. Some big companies that are the money grubbers do want it. You can pause this and read what Craig has to say about it if you want to. But with this system, you put a few different advertising classified functions in there, different sites, and you can link to all of your sites. That's the great thing. You've got a link right here. Everything is right there where you need it. It's not spread out. You can go to the public library. You can be sitting at work and say, hey, you know what, I could probably run this Craigslist ad. Another function I'm going to do, or I might do if I get a request for it or two, is I may actually put in here where this thing can actually text you or write to you when certain ads in certain categories have expired and you have the opportunity to put more in. I know one thing that, and I don't want to make this too awful long because I think I've covered mostly everything, but one of the great things about this is when I'm sitting here and it says you have 2 active ads, you can place 1 more ad, knowing that I can place 3 ads in a 48-hour period, and I'm well within the, the boundaries set by Craigslist, but yet I'm maximizing my potential. It tells me, hey, you got 1 more ad, put the ad in, and that's more effective to me than just, walking around the house going, yeah, I ought to put some Craigslist stuff up there, but I really don't know if it's been 48 hours. This is going to tell you right to the minute when it's been 48 hours. So this is a great system. I'm going to make another video on it when I add even more functionality to it. But for right now, this is a very awesome system. I'm probably going to sell it fully made up. Very reasonable. I'm thinking something like the $50 range. And if you have an interest in it for like $50, go to my website at lenfarnath.com and use my contact form and just go ahead and drop me an email or whatever, and I'll be happy to put it together for you. Also, in your fill out boxes, I'm going to put this pretty little glow around the edges of boxes and all that stuff. So it's going to look good. It's going to be fun to use, and it's going to manage your system. And you're going to make a lot of money using this thing if you use Craigslist or any of the other classified sites. And this is part 1. If I have a part 2, it'll be in the description, and you might want to watch that because I'm going to throw a lot of functionality on this thing. Well, thank you very much, and hope you enjoyed my video.